I'm too hype right now, bruh. I'm too hype right now. Hey, I'm too hype right now. Hey, you see this? You see this camera? I just set up the whole Oculus gaming, bro. I'm about to start doing Oculus gaming like I told y'all. Be on the lookout. Probably for the first video later on today. I bought all the equipment. I figured out how to do it. Did all the research, nigga. Oh yeah, Oculus gaming probably today. Shout out to the gang. We about to hop into this video. Let's go. This video right now I'm about to react to is from Most Amazing Top 10. It's titled Top 10 Unsettling Times People Didn't Realize the Camera Was On. We're gonna see some people do some crazy things while the camera was on, you feel me? Probably accidentally during streaming. Let me stop. I am too hyped, bro. Let me relax. I'm gonna end up saying something insane, you feel me? I'm just very happy right now. Let's hop into this video. Shout out to the gang. Everybody have a great Sunday. Y'all my boys, yeah. Let's go.
You little peeping toms like the last one so much, so here's another one for you. Here is part 2 of the top 10 unsettling times.
Shut up, Olivia, before I start peeping on you, baby. The big ass titties. Okay, let me stop. I am too hyped.
People didn't realize the camera was on. This story comes from the Reddit user tgroat555 and isn't exactly about a camera recording, but I came across this story and it was so creepy and weird I had to share it with my internet besties. They explained that their landlord had drilled a hole in the ceiling of their bathroom as well as 3 others on their floor from the top floor. He then used these holes to spy through, and it was only found out one day when a woman was in the shower and looked up, and that was when she noticed the landlord looking through.
That nigga
literally
weird!
get goosebumps just thinking about it. I can't even imagine having to actually live that. Here's where this already awful story gets even worse though. The Redditor went on to write, quote, "He went to jail, but I wasn't able to do anything because there apparently were no laws on the books in Iowa to prosecute Peeping Tom cases when the victim and the perpetrator are the same sex." We won't even get into all the levels on which that law or lack thereof is wrong and unusual, but we will just hope it has since been changed because that is actually insane. And number 8.
Right? He over here spying on people while they shower. Look, he looking through the hole. Ooh, I like when you do that, baby. Put that lotion on. Clean that ass. It's like, yo.
I've said it before, and I'll truly never stop saying it. Trust your instincts. If someone gives you a weird or uncomfortable feeling, there's probably some reason why, and this story is a perfect example of that. The Reddit user
I heard I give off weird, creepy vibes. Dark, mysterious vibes.
Stealthy Bomber wrote, quote, "One morning after swim practice my freshman year, my friends and I saw a blinking red light in a locker with a towel draped down the door. Turns out it was the janitor we called Creepy Bob recording us in the showers." That's disgusting and very creepy. I wish I had a follow-up on what happened next. I hope that they were able to report this incident to the proper people and get some sort of action taking, because there is absolutely nothing about that is okay. In our number 5 spot today, we have
this nigga Creepy Bob said, "Look, bro, if I'm a janitor, nigga, I'm about to enjoy this."
The Undercover Boss. This is a story posted by the user Local Creep, which, weird choice on a name, but anyway. The story starts off when they were working at a local little, like, grill/ice cream place over the summertime, and they had a boss that was less than ideal, we'll say. We've all had a lame or rude or lazy boss at some point, and we all know how frustrating that can be. They go on to explain that they got a soft serve machine at this place, but the machine wasn't really that great, and it would sometimes make some weird noises when it was being used too often. The employees knew that the boss had cameras set up in the business, which is pretty regular, and that he was one of those bosses who would sit at home and watch the camera feeds all day, but what they didn't know is that he was also recording audio. They only found out when he called into the store to ask why no one had told him that the ice cream machine was making a weird sound. The employees, of course, were pretty spooked because they obviously talked mad smack about this guy when he wasn't around, and of course now they knew that he had heard every single word. They ended off the story by saying, quote, "This might not seem all that bad, but this is illegal where I live. I actually went through all the application paperwork to make sure it wasn't in the packet, and it wasn't. We couldn't do anything about it because we didn't have proof, but if someone were to get fired for something the mic picked up, they could take the owner to court. I'm reporting him for some other things, so it wasn't the main concern, but still very much illegal." I want to know what the other things are. In our number 2 spot today, we have the hotel cam. This hidden camera story gave quite the frightening shock to those who found it, and luckily they were able to get down to the bottom of this mystery. Reddit user ZKAAAYK2 posted a story about how they and their boyfriend once stayed in a hotel while on vacation in another state. They were getting all settled down for the night, and that is when they realized that there was some sort of cord coming out from behind the TV, like an antenna almost. They investigated a little further and realized it wasn't attached to the TV at all, and instead was being threaded through a hole into the dresser below. This dresser drawer was also jammed shut. That's a big red flag. They ended up forcing it open and found inside a tiny camera that was pointing out of another tiny hole in the front of the dresser. They covered it up and of course brought it to the attention of the hotel manager. They then called the police, who were able to inform them of what had happened. Turns out the police had actually used that very same room just prior to this couple checking in, and they were using it for a sting operation, which is why they had placed the camera in there. The antenna part would have been connected to some sort of memory storage thing, and then to a power bank. Luckily, this alarming find didn't have quite the same sinister ending as some others on this list.
Nah, those cops are creeps, bro. They said, we left that for a sting operation. We just forgot. Them niggas was over here looking at amateur porn, you feel me? They looking at couples at the hotel. Like,
For 1 spot today, we have Alexa's Always Listening. Many of us have little virtual assistants placed throughout our homes in the ever-increasing technological world we live in, and we do get used to these little things listening in on our lives, and unfortunately, sometimes people will take advantage of this. This story starts off in the midst of the storyteller's mom going through a divorce, which we all know can be a messy, messy situation. The ex-husband in this situation had apparently planted an insane amount of hidden cameras throughout the house that they had to search for to find. Entrances and exits, the living room, the dining room, the hallways, the bedroom, everywhere in the house was being monitored. They then found out that he had bugged her laptop so as to be able to have remote access to it. This is when she took her car for an oil change and the mechanic found a tracking device that had been placed on it.
Crazy.
This was all found during the separation era, but once the divorce process actually started, things got even creepier. They write, quote, "Once the divorce started and he officially moved out, we scanned the entire house for bugs and didn't find anything. So we were really freaked out when he started calling, texting, emailing her, complimenting her outfits, asking how her friends were as they were in the house, asking how her trip to the store was, and other really odd things that he couldn't have known about. As it turns out, this guy somehow connected his phone to the Alexa dot beforehand, and he was now using it to record whoever was close enough to the Alexa to be picked up on the mic, and at this point he was still able to access the laptop and its camera. In a turn for the worst, unfortunately, because at the time the car and house were in his name, not much could really be done about it, and in the end, he didn't face any kind of legal backlash at all.
Shit.
Alright guys, that has been our list for today.
Hey, that last one, that dude crazy. He said, "You gonna leave me, bitch? I'm still gonna know everything about you." That's crazy. Shout out to the gang. Great video, man. Great video from Most Amazing Top 10. I hope you guys enjoyed it as well. Yeah. Have a great weekend, bro. I'm gonna see you all next time. Peace.